A recent video has sparked debate after a Muslim speaker criticized the UK's Christmas season, calling it offensive and suggesting that it shouldn't be celebrated as it is Islamaphobic. Many British people have found those comments frustrating, not because everyone has to love Christmas, but because it questions a tradition that millions cherish and that's deeply woven into British life. We'll dive into this story in today's video, but before we get started, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Right now, only 12% of viewers are subscribed, so join the community and help us grow. Here's the thing, Britain is diverse, and that diversity only works when it's built on mutual respect. People are free to hold their beliefs, but that freedom cuts both ways. The same rights that allow someone to criticize Christmas also protect everyone's right to celebrate it. Demanding that others give up their traditions isn't tolerance, it's entitlement. Christmas for most Britons isn't just about religion. It's about community, goodwill, and time with family. People of every background take part in their own way, and that's something to celebrate, not condemn. If someone doesn't like it, such as this Muslim preacher, he's welcome to live elsewhere. Let's have a watch of what he said.
The worshippers of the cross, they say that Isa is the son of Allah. Jesus is the son of Allah. And then after that, what did they say? That they are repeating the sayings of the disbelievers before them. Allah said, Qatalahumullahu. Allah said, may Allah fight them. May Allah kill them. That's what Allah said. How are they deluded? How are they deluded? That's what Allah said. And I know this is going to make some people cringe. Some people that claim to be Muslim is going to make them cringe. Huh? What are you going to say about community cohesion now? After you hear that verse, how can you tell me about community cohesion and interfaith and prevent? How are you going to talk to me about that after you hear that verse? And Allah said, Allah going to kill them.
Let's be honest. If you choose to live in Britain, you should expect British traditions. No one's forcing anyone to celebrate Christmas, but trying to shut it down because you don't like it crosses the line. This country has its own culture, its own customs, and they deserve respect. Too many people want the benefits of living here while tearing down the very things that make this nation what it is. If you can't stand to see people enjoying their holidays, that says more about you than about them. Christmas isn't going anywhere, and the more people try to shame others for celebrating it, the more the public will push back. Respect works both ways, and Britain's values are not up for negotiation. In other news, a veteran Scotland Yard detective has accused the Metropolitan Police of deceiving Mayor Sadiq Khan about the extent of grooming gangs operating in London. Bernadette Murray claimed the force lacks basic knowledge about such criminal networks due to systematic data mismanagement. Bernadette Murray, who served 32 years with the Met, alleges the force routinely provides false information to the mayor's office. I know that the Metropolitan Police lie to Mr. Khan. That's what they do, she told the Daily Express. The whistleblower insists the Met cannot accurately report on grooming gang activity because of fundamental failures in recording and tracking cases involving vulnerable children. They don't even know what grooming gangs they've got. They are not trying to find them, Ms. Murray stated. Murray's concerns originated in 2010 whilst working with a multi-agency unit in Haringey, established following the tragic deaths of Victoria Kleinbier and Baby P. She discovered that child safeguarding reports were being rejected by the child abuse investigation team and vanishing without trace. The former detective uncovered a practice called locking up, where crime reports were concealed within the Home Office Crime Reporting Information System, accessible only to select senior officers. One such hidden report involved a 3-year-old discovered abandoned in a wood green gutter, potentially a trafficking victim. In another disturbing case, Murray found that officers had directed social workers to place a 10-year-old girl back with a man identified as a pimp who had attacked her mother and was suspected of prison drug smuggling. Murray compiled a comprehensive 50-page dossier documenting the concealment of crime reports, which she submitted for review by then Assistant Commissioner Mark Rowley. She argued that hiding reports containing child safeguarding concerns was indefensible. However, Sir Mark concluded he did not accept that locking a CRIS is a dangerous practice, adding that such measures were acceptable when implemented in appropriate circumstances with robust supervision. He supported the child abuse investigation team's conduct in the specific case Murray had raised. The former detective claims this ruling effectively sanctioned what she considered corrupt practices. She warned that concealing such reports had grave implications, preventing coroners from properly evaluating the risks children faced before their deaths. Murray claims that when she reported standards had actually declined rather than improved, no meaningful action followed. She said, "My understanding is they didn't put anything in place to change things. They just moved officers around." When questioned about whether Khan realized he was receiving misleading information, Murray responded, "Well, his auditors certainly told him that. They were being lied to in my situation." Reacting to the news, leader of the London Conservatives, Susan Hall, said she was mortified, accusing Labour of putting their fingers in their ears. Whole young girls were being groomed. She said Sadiq Khan should have been out there thoroughly investigating. "It's diabolical, and I was disgusted to read this." A Metropolitan Police spokesperson said, "The Metropolitan Police Service, MPS, takes all allegations of sexual offences and exploitation extremely seriously. We are clear that we will investigate any allegation where there is sufficient evidence of an offence having taken place, and where we are the appropriate authority to do so. We acknowledge the concerns raised regarding child safeguarding practices in Haringey between 2010 and 2012. These matters were referred to the Department for Professional Standards and reviewed in detail with an internal finding of no operational failings in the cases identified. We take all safeguarding concerns seriously and remain committed to protecting vulnerable children and ensuring accountability in our practices. While historical reviews have highlighted areas for improvement, we continue to strengthen our systems, training, and oversight to uphold safeguarding standards across all units. The Met encourages staff to raise concerns through appropriate channels and is committed to supporting transparency and integrity in all aspects of our work. A spokesman for the Mayor of London said, "The safety of Londoners is a top priority for the Mayor, and nowhere is this more true than in safeguarding children." Sadiq is doing everything within his power to protect children in the capital from abuse, violence, and exploitation in all its forms. The Mayor will continue to support and challenge the Met and key partners to build a safer London for everyone, where no child is left unprotected. Police have launched an urgent probe following a break-in at a British Army base. In a major breach of security, thieves infiltrated the Royal Artillery Barracks in Larkhill, Wiltshire on October 4th and stole fuel from a tanker, Wiltshire Police said. A fence was also damaged during the incident. The Ministry of Defence, MOD, confirmed the incident had not impacted operational output at the base. We can confirm that Royal Military Police and Wiltshire Police are investigating a report of theft following a security incident at the Royal Artillery Barracks Larkhill on October 4th, an MOD spokesman said. The incident has not impacted the operational output of the base. We take security extremely seriously and operate a multi-layered approach to protect our sites, including fencing, patrols, and CCTV monitoring. Wiltshire Police said its enquiries into the incident remain ongoing. A Force spokesman said, "We received a report that damage had been caused to a fence and fuel stolen from a tanker at Larkhill Barracks on Saturday afternoon, October 4th. Inquiries are currently ongoing." Danny Kruger, Reform UK MP for East Wiltshire, said he was concerned about security at military bases within his constituency. "I have written to the Defence Secretary to request an update on measures to prevent future breaches like this one, or worse," he wrote to X. It is not, however, the first security breach to have occurred at a military base in recent months. In a separate incident in June, Palestine Action protesters broke into RAF Brize Norton in Oxfordshire, the largest station in the Royal Air Force. The group claimed at the time to have decommissioned 2 military planes. Shortly after the incident, then, Home Secretary Yvette Cooper brought forward plans to make Palestine Action a proscribed group. A Ministry of Defence spokesman said at the time, "We strongly condemn this vandalism of Royal Air Force assets. We are working closely with the police, who are investigating. Our armed forces represent the very best of Britain. They put their lives on the line for us, and their display of duty, dedication, and selfless personal sacrifice are an inspiration to us all. It is our responsibility to support those who defend us. The RAF base was found to be protected by little more than a 6-foot wooden fence when its defences were breached by the group. Tan Dacey, Member of Parliament for Slough and Chair of the Defence Select Committee, said the latest incident at Larkhill doesn't exactly inspire confidence in security measures at military bases. Since the break-in at the RAF Bryce Norton Air Base in June, the government promised to step up its security at military bases. Mr. Dacey told LBC that another break-in has just occurred doesn't exactly inspire confidence in the new measures taken. I would hope this issue is being treated with the seriousness it deserves and that lessons are being learned. The Army base in Larkhill is a major training site for soldiers, strengthening their skills in finding and striking targets on the battlefield.